Hi, good evening. This is Shayanti Roy here, and today I'm going to be talking about journaling as an effective tool to overcome overwhelming emotions. Now, before we go ahead with this topic for today, I would request the production team to go ahead and play the message from our founder, Mr. Chameta.
Mental health is how you feel, how you think, how you behave. It's part of life and it's not a stigma anymore. Hello everyone, I am Rucha Mehta, founder of a beautiful initiative, Ear to Hear. We started 5 months back, which was on 1st of Jan, and we have representatives from a lot of cities and states. I would like to request you to join us to make a difference in your city, in your state. We would like to welcome all the women to come forward and support us because together we can and we will make a difference.
Together we can and we will make a difference. Thank you, Richa, for the lovely message. And I'm so excited to be talking to you about this today. We're talking about overwhelming emotions and how to overcome overwhelming emotions, whether it's your personal life, your professional life, whichever area of your life we're talking about, how to overcome your overwhelming, pulsating emotions by using a simple tool called as journaling. Now, I'm not sure how many of you have been introduced to this concept of journaling, but I have personally been introduced to this concept of journaling at the age of 17 because I had various issues and I had weight management issues. So, which is why I adopted this practice called journaling, which has helped me overcome various emotions associated with weight management. Now, this is a different session than I conduct than on other days. This is a session which is going to help us understand the various effective benefits of going ahead and learning to journal. So thank you for having the presentation up. I hope all of you can see and view the presentation. Now, I'm not going to be taking much time on the presentation. It's more about understanding what are the benefits of journaling. Now, what is journaling traditionally? Journaling is a method of writing down whatever your feelings are in a book, as in recording your feelings in a book, your feelings as it is in a book. So if you have a diary, if you have a pen, if you have some time to yourself, it is about going ahead and recording your emotions in a diary. Now, why do we do it is what we're going to talk about. Now, as you can see that, in our life, there are various aspects of a life. We have a personal life, which comprises of maybe, spouse, partner, maybe parents, maybe children, maybe pets. A social life, which includes things like friends, acquaintances, neighbors, relative. We have a home life, which is again personal, and we have a work life, which includes, bosses, peers, colleagues, customers, vendors, etc., etc. So when we speak of journaling and when we speak of emotions, emotions can arise from any area of your life. You do not know which area of your life, which is going to affect you, which is going to impact you. But it is important to understand which part of your life is actually causing those overwhelming emotions. So is it your social life, is it your personal, is it your professional, or is it something else altogether? So the first part about journaling is understanding which area of your life needs work, which area of your life which you need to pick up and work on. Okay, so I will without further ado, let's go ahead with the next slide. Okay, now, like I said, when we speak of journaling, you're actually putting down your emotions in a book just the way it is. Remember, the first rule of journaling is to be able to write down your emotions raw and real, just the way it is on a piece of paper in a book. You record your emotions just the way you feel about it. Remember not to fabricate it, not to modify it, not to make it colorful, not to make it, not to sugarcoat it, not to make it sound and look good. The whole idea here is that you are putting it down just the way it is because you want to be true to yourself. You want to face your emotions just the way it is. You could do the same thing with by talking to your friends. You could do the same thing by let's say, for example, seeing a therapist, or you could see a counselor, or you could seek a support group. But journaling is also an effective method of going ahead and letting and venting out your emotions. Now, I have been in this practice since the age of 17, like I mentioned. When it comes to certain aspects of your life that needs a little bit of work, journaling helps you reflect upon your issues. So, when you put down everything on a piece of paper, you go through it, you encounter things about yourself that you did not know that existed. You understand things about yourself that you probably thought that you never had a chance of even encountering it before. You understand things about others, you understand where your flaws lie. You basically get a better view or a better understanding of yourself, and that's pretty much what journaling does. Now, there is a better way of structuring journaling, and that's exactly what I'm going to talk about today. So, for those of you who have been journaling, you know what is it all about. If you have the practice of writing things down and reflecting upon your feelings, you know what I'm talking about. But if you want to make it a little more interesting, if you want to give your feelings, your emotions a direction, then this is the way to go about it. This is the personal way of going about it. You may want to adopt it for yourself. Now, understand this, that your emotions need a home. Okay, need a sense of belonging. It needs to feel that it has a place, it has a place of its own. It needs to feel centered, it needs to feel safe, it needs to feel taken care of. And one of the best ways to do it is to first go ahead and understand what feelings are you having. So let's say you've had a fight with your partner. Okay, so understand that what are your emotions around it. You must be angry, you're upset, you're stressed, you're feeling irritated, you are having a lot of emotions which is erupting inside of you. Okay, write those feelings down just the way it is. Okay, there is no fabrication, no changes required, nothing that can make it look nice and sound good. Just the way it is. First, write down your emotions. That's step one. Okay, step two is understand the source of the emotion. So, for example, who is causing you to make you feel this way? Is it to do with your partner? Is it to do with another family member? Is it to do with the situation that you're in current now? Is it to do with the weather? Is it to do with the place that you are in? So, what and who? What is the source of those emotions? It is important to understand where are those emotions coming from. Okay, as important as your emotions are, it is also important to understand the root cause of those emotions, because you need to know why you're feeling this way. Who's causing this? Is it you? Is it someone else? Is it the situation? So understand the source or the root cause of it. Once you know that, be descriptive about it. This is where the real journaling begins. This is where you're going to be vivid about it. When I say being vivid about it, it just means going ahead and being as descriptive as you can about the incident. So if we're talking about a fight that you may have had with your partner, go ahead and write about the entire thing on your journal. Mention the date, the time, what all you spoke about, what went wrong, what went right, how it made you feel, and everything around it. You may even, jot down things that you did not even realize what happened in the fight. So you actually write down everything there just the way it is without fabricating it. So after you finish these three steps, okay, first is of course identifying what feelings and emotions you're going through, understanding the root cause of it, like who's causing this. There could be more than one person or more than one situation actually causing it. You will not know unless you actually start writing it down, because that's when your subconscious lets out things that you would have not realized it consciously. And finally, being descriptive about it. Once you're descriptive about it, get down to take a pause, take a deep breath. Okay, read through your emotions, read through the entire description at least more than 2 times. Okay, understand the entire episode through various angles, once as you, once as someone else. Understand things about it, understand yourself, understand the other person. You will get a 360-degree dimensional view of the whole problem in a whole new angle, and this will give you more strength to overcome what you went through. Okay, supposedly the fight has caused you some sort of depression, some sort of trauma, some sort of something in your head. Okay, and you're not happy about it. Okay, so this 360-degree view will give you the courage of looking at it from an onlooker point of view, and you'll get a better idea of what has gone wrong. Okay, so these are the three things to get started. After that, find out what are the changes you can make. Okay, identify what are the small changes that you can make in this whole I would say in the in the journaling process, and understand what are the changes you can make. So let me give you an example. When I had weight management issues, I understood my pattern of eating was because of my anxiety. and because of anxiety I was eating more, so that led to weight gain. So I understood that I had to do away with my anxiety and I had to do away with my eating so that I could manage at least looking and feeling better. Okay, so understand what changes you can make. Be committed to those changes. Make some rules for yourself, make some ground rules for yourself. So if you're in a fight with your partner and it's happening very frequently, after you've understood what are the reasons and everything else, understand what changes you can make. See, it is not possible for us to change the environment around us or people in front of us, but we can at least make those changes within ourselves. Because you're journaling things down, you will have the courage to see yourself just the way you are, which is why you do not need to fabricate it. Okay, and then you go ahead and be committed to those changes. Once you have done those changes, you give yourself a direction. You see what changes you want in long term, what goals you want to accomplish. Okay, so whether you have weight management issues, whether you have work related issues, whether you have issues with your partner, whether you have any other issue in your life, personal, professional, social, anything in your life, understand what direction you want to give it. Where do you want to go with it? Do you want to stay the same? Do you want to start feeling bitter? Do you want to feel bitter every day of your life, or do you want to do something about it? Because once you start journaling, you understand how important it is to be honest with yourself. And there is no other person on earth you can be honest but yourself, because you only know yourself the best and only you can work on it. Okay, so once you start journaling, you'll be able to know what you want to do with those feelings, how you want to proceed, where you want to go with it. And then finally, you give yourself some goal. So maybe 6 months down the line, you may want to lose more weight. Maybe you want to do better at your workplace. Maybe you want to overcome fights at home. Maybe you want to accomplish something else. Only if you write down your feelings and emotions just the way it is and journal it from day to day. Don't just do it once, do it more than once. Okay, keep a record of things in your life, in your journal. Give it a home, give it a space, and give it a direction. And once you give it a direction, you will realize your emotions are actually working for you, which means that you will get the power to do more good for yourself. Give you an example. Most of the musicians, most of the theater actors, most of the people out there get inspiration from their pain. Okay, so it is your pain which turns into power and which can help you define in what you want in life. So what better way can you do it by if you're able to write down and jot down your feelings somewhere and give it a home, give it a sense of belonging, and give it a direction. So I have tried it out in my life when it comes to weight management issues and several others as well. I hope you try it out as well, and I hope it works for you. Okay, if it does work, I sure hope it does work for you. And if it works for you, you can share your views and opinions with us on year to hear .team@gmail.com and let us know what you feel about it. And year to hear is all about overcoming overwhelming emotions and having a positive outlook in life. And this is one of the ways that is adopted by me and several others, which is called journaling. And I hope it really helps you overcome your concerns, your issues in any aspect of your life, and I'm sure you will accomplish something good out of it. Having said that, I am done here. If there are any questions that you're having, you want to discuss anything that you want to bring up, let's take maybe 60 seconds up to maybe a minute or so, and then we'll see if there are any concerns. Kyra, thank you so much. I'm glad you like the topic. Go ahead and try journaling in your life if that helps you. Anita says, well said. Thank you, Anita. Anybody has any questions? Thank you, Shiba, so much. Anybody has any questions? Let me know. Anya says, amazing session. Thank you, Anya, so much. So I'm glad all of you liked the topic. All of you were able to relate to it. Thanks, Ritika. Thank you so much. So go ahead and journal today, tomorrow, and every day of your life and see how you are able to manage your emotions better. With that, I will end here today, and I'll see you next time with another important topic. Thank you so much. You have a great evening.
प्रॉब्लम मुझे भी है, लेकिन कोई शेयर करने वाला नहीं है.
You can talk to me. I'm there for you. Come and join us on the below number. We will keep it a secret. promise that you will have a smile before